Hello everybody, my name's Maria and I'm from Tilly Pots, and today we're going to do a craft demonstration for paint pouring. This is a really fun, messy activity that you can do at home, outside in the garden, and get some fantastic results. These are paint pourings that we've done in the studio and up on the wall, and you can get lots of different colours. I've done lots of workshops in these. And now you can actually purchase them from Tilly Pots website, www.tillypots.co.uk, and you can purchase a paint pouring kit, which is this kit here. So this is the box that you get when you order your paint pouring kits, and in here we have your canvas, which you're going to do your paint pouring on. We also have your acrylic paints. You will get 4 of these. You can actually choose which paints you want. So you can choose a selection of 4 colours that you want. And you also get a pouring medium. The pouring medium is specially made for paint pouring, and this will make your paints flow. With the kit, you do actually need to provide 5 cups. I've used see-through cups, and you also need some spoons for mixing a little bit. You can use cocktail sticks or some lollipop sticks, whatever you have lying around in your house. You also do need to cover your table. We're going to use the box for actually doing the paint pouring, so that will take most of the paint, but I would advise covering your table as it can get very messy. So what we're going to do now is show you how to mix the paint. So these are acrylic paints, and what we're going to do, so in each of these paints is 59 millilitres, and all I'm going to do is take the lid off and pour it into this cup. So try and get as much paint out as you can, and that's a nice bright colour. And then we're going to do the same for all the others. So what we need to do now is add the pouring medium. This is a ratio of 2 to 1. So this has got 59 ml of paint. This is a 30 ml glass. You can obviously weigh it out with your measuring jugs and things like that. And we need to do this for every single colour that we choose. So we're going to pop that in there, just scrape it out, and exactly the same again. And then we're going to do it for the last one. So in here is 236 millilitres, so you will have some left over if you wanted to try this again with your own paints, your own acrylics, and if you've got a canvas board, you can use it again. So what we've done is added, so it's a 2 to 1 ratio, so we've got about 59 millilitres of paint in here and about 27-28 millilitres of pouring medium. So what I'm going to do now is we need to mix the pouring medium and the paint. We need to do this quite softly and quite gently, because we don't want any bubbles in it, but we do need to make sure all the white is actually mixed. So if you can see, it's starting to mix. It still keeps a colour, so the pouring medium is great for keeping the original colour of the acrylic paints. If you add other bits, it tends to lighten the colour. It does. So what we've done here, as you can see, we've mixed it really well, but just gently, to make sure that there's no bubbles in this, and we're going to do that for all of the rest of the paints. So what we've done is we've mixed all of our colours with the pouring medium, and we've made sure that there's no bubbles in them, and they're nice and fluid. So this one here is a good example. So this one's really nice and fluid and pouring really well, where I've noticed that this one here is just a little bit thicker, a little bit lumpier, so I'm just going to add a little bit more of the pouring medium, just a little bit, it doesn't need a lot, just to get the consistency right. And again, just give it a mix until you know that it's pouring really fluidly and doesn't have any lumps in, so that's a lot better now. So what the next stage is, we need to put all our paint colours into another cup. So we do this in stages. So what we do is we pick a few colours, pour them in, and then keep adding. So we just do a little bit at a time. So what I'm going to do here is just pour a little bit of blue in, and then a few drops of yellow. So this is the fun bit. This is where you can be really creative and choose the colours that you want, move your colours around. We're not going to stir this one here because otherwise it's just going to mix all the colours together and just turn it probably brown. With a darker colour, I would always advise just putting a few drops in, because a dark colour will overtake the rest of your colours. So if I put a lot of that really dark purple in, it will actually overtake all of your colours. So as you can see, we're just mixing and adding all of the colours a little bit at a time, just to get the effect that we want. We're now ready to do the exciting bit, which is the paint pouring. So as you can see, so this obviously came in this box, your packaging box. So I'm going to use that to catch most of the paints, but we've also got a covering on the table as well. What I am going to do is, so there's different ways that you can do paint pouring. I'm sure we've all seen lots of different ways. So I'm just going to show you one way today. I've put some paint in here, but I've also left some paint in the cups. So we can actually add on, and if we miss any pieces, so I'll put some paints in the cups. What I am going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of paint in the corners. Sometimes the corners are a little bit harder to get, so we're just going to put a little bit of paint in the corners. You are going to get messy fingers when you do this, so it's your choice whether you wear gloves or not. I don't tend to, but you are going to get a little bit messy. So I'm going to roll my sleeves up just to make sure I don't get no paint on my clothes, and then I'm going to start. So the way that I'm going to start is gently pour it on, and I'm going to pour it in a diagonal shape all the way across the board. So obviously it's quite yellow, which is, I actually like yellow. Yellow is the best colour. And then I'm going to pour some more, just a little bit. As you see, you've got some pink coming through there, and you've got some purple. And again, we're going to do the same. Again, there we go. So as you can see, there's lots of paint off there, and now we actually need to move it around the board to get the paint flowing. So we're just going to move it forwards and then to the sides and then backwards, and just keep moving it around till you get a pattern that you actually like. As I say, this is the fun bit, and it works really well with lots of different colours, so I can feel it all coming off on my hands now. And then we're going to go back the other way. So this one's quite stripy, which is good, which is what I like. As you can see, it's flowing. And this is where the paint pouring medium comes in, and that's what actually makes the paint flow. So we're going to go back down the other way. That's it, just keep going. Be gentle, you don't have to be quick. You don't. You can just be a little bit slow, and try not to lose a lot of colours as well, because you don't want it all falling off the board. You want to keep some on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour some on from my cups that I've had some left, and again just pour a little bit on. I've still got some left in here actually, so we're just going to pour it on just to the bits that it's missed, and then I'm going to add some more blue. And as you can see, I'm getting quite messy fingers. There There we go, we can add some blue through to the middle as well. It's just about being messy, having fun, but getting the pattern that you actually want. So it's nice and relaxing, nice and soothing. You can see them drops now are actually coming through, but I don't want them to come through too much because I like this bit here, so I don't want to lose it. I don't want it to fall off the board. So we're going to bring it down, turn it around, and let it flow this way. You see that's coming all the way through now. And as you see, you don't waste too much paint coming off the boards. You're just trying to cover the surface area of it all with the colours. So what I'm doing now is I'm aiming for this colour here. As you can see, I'm just trying to get all the white gone. There's lots of different techniques you can do with this as well. So some people use a straw and blow the paint around. Some people will just pour the whole cup onto the middle of the canvas and put the paint around. So what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to add some more yellow. As I say, I quite like yellow. Yellow is my favourite colour. Just to make sure that it has some yellow bits in it. Oh. So we've finished the paint pouring now. As you can see, we've covered it all the white canvas with the paint. And what we're doing is using the packaging box to let it rest. So it's better to let it rest, let the air get underneath, and then it can drip off, the paint can drip off, and it will look really, really amazing. So sometimes on the sides you can see that it's got, the paint's not touched. There's a couple of ways that you can do this. So we've got some paint left, and what I can do is I can pour it just along the sides, just so it drips off. And that will cover the sides when it will just drip off. But and the other way that we can do it is we can get some excess paint from the drops of the paint that have fallen off the canvas and actually just dab it on. So don't paint it on. We want to get quite a lot on our paintbrush just so it falls and covers the area. So around the rim it's all nice and tidy. So as you can see, I've got quite messy, but not too much mess. But the board takes quite a lot, but your table covering's really good as well. And what we need to do now is we need to let that dry. So that will take roughly 1 or 2 days to dry. It depends on where it sits. So if it's the sun's on it, it will dry a bit quicker. But what you need to do is make sure nobody puts their fingers in it, because as I say, it will take a couple of days to dry. If you did want to test it, then I'd test around the outsides. So you get everything in the kit to do that work of art. You can place it on the wall, place it in wherever you want to do it, and also choose the colours that you want. So you can order this from my website, which is tillypots.co.uk, and you can collect it from the studio, or I can deliver it out for you through the post, and you can make your creations. Thank you so much for watching. And keep an eye out for all of the other craft videos that we've got coming up, and there'll be a lot more to show you. Thank you, bye bye.